Hey guys, happy Easter. Good evening. So for my technology tool, I chose Edulastic, and when I Googled to try to find one that I hadn't heard about too much, this is one that came up of one of the top ones for 2021. And I feel like you could spend a very long time getting to know more about it. I'm interested to know if it just completely blew up this year because of virtual learning last year and this year. It seems to be like I've used Kahoot, I've used these different things in college and with different classes and for fun. And this just seems to be an entire enterprise of I've watched my son do Google Classroom for the last few months, and this can work together with Google Classroom, but this could be almost like an all-in-one kind of situation for teachers. I wanted to start off with this front page. This is what you see when you go to the website, and it's advertised of it's free for teachers. It's to deliver assessments, learning tasks, lessons online, and to find gaps and inform instruction and give real-time data from home or to your classroom. This is it's completely standards focused. So it's primarily used for K through 12, but they were saying that people are using it at college level and in higher education. They're starting to more and more. But this kind of gives an overview. And the reason why I'm just saying it's an enterprise is because all teachers get a free, can have a free membership to it, but they offer premium, which either a district can purchase or a teacher can just upgrade their membership to, and then it upgrades the features that you have available for you. So it's just crazy though. If you click, I've been watching all of these YouTube videos of like introductions from Edulastic, but there are just all these webinars, all of these things that they're trying to help teachers get more familiar with it. They also have a free support line. They have all of this stuff. So I'm just going to go over this, and then I can log in and I can show you. I made an account and I can show you more of the features. But put every student on the path to success, identify gaps, help students learn and measure growth all in one easy system. This has real life data that is available to you as a teacher instantly. So if I go down a little bit, you can see, and this can easily be used at home or in person. So it's even advertising and pushing, like if they're virtual, it doesn't matter. This is the tool for you. Assess, instruct, measure. You are able to design your own tests, quizzes, assignments, put in movies to make it more exciting for the student. You're allowed to create everything within it. I feel like you could, I'm not a K through 12 teacher, so maybe a lot is missing, but I feel like as far as the state standards go, you could just use this website instead of Google Classroom or something like that. But they were saying you could link Google Classroom and have it redirect the students. It would just take them straight into that with their agenda. It easily administer district common or classroom formative assessments using high quality item banks, diagnostic or curriculum aligned assessments, create your own questions or mix and match, common benchmarks, classroom formative, state test practice, secure testing. They were saying a lot of reasons why people upgrade to the premium is to, it gives you a lot more options, but also it helps so students don't cheat. It enables more features when you're creating the tests. But let me keep going down. But even as a free membership, it had so many options. It has over 50 ways that questions can be asked. It has all of these things that you can access. So down, I just want to show you a little further down here. I did make a class, but since I don't have students that have taken these different assessments and tests, I wanted to show you what the data looks like. So here is just examples of the data. So you can see them per student, per question, or per class, and it upgrades all throughout the year. So you're able to see how much time that a student is taking. You're able to see if someone needs to slow down or needs to just keep on going. They were sharing that when a student presses submit, you are able to they finish the test, and then it tells them if they skipped any, if they bookmarked any that they were marking, and then they press it again to be able to submit. So it also has some feedback for them, and then you're able to also, you can manually change grades if you needed to for any reason, and then you also could provide feedback, written feedback that goes to the students. And someone was asking about how you can communicate, and they said they're trying to add a function like that, but as of right now, they use Google Meet during it. But some teachers were saying that they have them use Zoom when they're doing a test, and you can set every single test that you do either as practice or as not practice. And so then when they're not practicing, it goes into the grade book. But then with your selecting practice, it can be a homework assignment, it can be a practice test, a pre-test, a lesson, anything that you want. Okay, oh, and then this was the last thing I wanted to show you on this front page. These are all of the different things that it can be synced with. Google Classroom seemed to be what they were saying was the easiest for you to sync with. But it's also available to do these. And there's a lot of paid videos of people saying it's the greatest thing ever. So let me go back up here to the top. And this is also what you guys would see if you wanted to make an account and just try it out. And you even see how it works, request a demo. And then on YouTube, there was just so many different things, shorter videos, longer videos about specific things. Okay, so then if I go ahead and log in, it stated if you did sync it with Google Classroom or one of those classrooms, it can automatically import your roster into your gradebook on here. So this is this demo class that I created. And you are able, when you first join, it asks you to join a district or a specific school, and then you have access to every single test or assessment that the teachers within your school have made, the teachers within your district have made. There's all these pre-generated ways to make tests, to make assignments. So when you click on this of the item bank, this is what I was learning for so long. See, this automatically continues to pop up. Welcome to Edulastic, quick start guide. I mean, I was going to say it at the end, but I think this would be a con, that it would take a little bit to get the hang of it and to get faster at utilizing it. So these are lots and lots of little training videos and tips for you. How do I, oh, here we go. Okay, get out of that. So then when you are making these assignments, and you can make different assignments to assign to the whole class, to different, just one student, a couple of students, and you can save them in your library for later use. And so here you see entire library, authored by me, shared with me, like by other teachers or coworkers. But then you can filter. So 37 items were found of test questions for grade 4 for science, and then Indiana science was the standard set that I selected when I was making this class. But you could literally select anything K through 12 right here with the subjects, and then with the standard set, whatever you were looking for. Like for math, they did Common Core, and then all standards right here, you can narrow it down even more. Describe and investigate the different ways in which heat can be generated. Okay, so let's select that and apply it. Oh, there's nothing found. So they were saying be careful with that, because some of these things are optional, and it could be harder to find some. And this also, I think I'm running out of time. This also was one of the cons, was that most of the assessments that are pre-generated on here are for ELA and math, with limited resources available for other subjects. So for math and ELA, when I was watching, I mean, hundreds and hundreds of things would come up. But they were also talking about how professors or anybody could use it, because you can create your own questions to come up, how they come up, everything, for Spanish, for any subject that there is. Some of the pros that were mentioned were tons of practical built-in content and customization features that help teachers create and collect actionable assessment data. So hopefully this will pull up if I select all of these. Oh, it won't. So this is a good example of how this is not like science. This is something they're complaining about. It does not bring up a huge amount. So for Common Core math, you see 9,975. So you can go in and view it as a student. You can change so many things about it. You can select if it's to show my work, if it is multiple choice, how the question is presented to the children. And so that is most of Edulastic. And if we go back to the dashboard here, you can have multiple classes going at the same time. You can use, one thing they recommended was just select Edulastic Certified, and it gives you thousands of things that come up, instead of just if it was another teacher that it was bringing it up for you. And just all throughout the year, as a teacher, administrator, you're able to see where your students are at and immediately be able to adjust your lesson plan for, so you can make sure that all your kiddos have mastery skills of these standard sets. So I hope that helps some. It's a lot, but I feel like once you got the hang of it, you would be able to save a lot of the tests that you work hard on, find tests that are already created that you really like, and be able to make it a very efficient, excellent tool for you. So I hope that helps some of you guys. I'm not in K through 12 yet, but I was happy to learn about all this stuff, and especially your guys's, because I use that kind of stuff a lot for groups. So thank you very much and have a good night.